Hello everyone, back again with another video, this time just giving my thoughts on the recent Tales of the Empire, the second season of the Star Wars Tales anthology that dropped on May 4th, yesterday I think. I don't know what day it is, I work night shift. So, this time, the Tales animated anthology covers the characters Morgan Elsbeth, the Night Sister who we saw in one episode of Mando Season 2, and then more prominently in the Ahsoka show. And returning for the first time in about a decade, Barriss Offee. We finally get to see what happened to her after, spoilers, her being arrested towards the end of the Clone Wars for bombing, I think it might have been the Jedi Temple? I forget. She bombed something and Ahsoka got blamed for it. And she was actually part of the reason that Ahsoka left the Jedi Order. So we finally get to see what happened to her. Much like the first season, Tales of the Jedi, this season consists of 6 short episodes, and none of them's longer than like 16 minutes. Which, on the one hand, I feel like is a negative about the show, and that's only because I really like them and want them to be longer. But the format they seem to be going with is these short little, not minor, but these short little stories, which is fun. One of the positives that I will give about this show, and I've been really seeing it a lot in recent animation, like Tales of the Empire, like Bad Batch, the animation quality is just so dang good now. Like, their shots in Tales, particularly the first Morgan Elsbeth episode, and this isn't really a spoiler, there's a scene where she's just lying on the ground. Like, the shot is of her face, she's been knocked to the ground, and just the level of detail and how good it looks, I'm just like, dang. Like, these people have come a long way since, the Clone Wars starting back in 2008. Which makes sense. It's been, 16 frickin' years. God, that makes me feel old. Anyway. But, like, it is just vastly improved. Like, to the point that I've been recently rewatching older Clone Wars episodes with my girlfriend. And I'm just like, man, these have not aged well. They're still good. I still like them, but like, man, in comparison to the newer stuff, they didn't age well. Yeah, looks-wise. I did like both sets of stories that we got. It was interesting to see just different snippets of Morgan Elsbeth's life from, the massacre of the Night Sisters during the Clone Wars to the first time she met Thrawn, and then her prior to the time we see her in Mandalorian. But what I was really interested in was to see just what happened to Barriss Offee. And a lot of us thought that she was going to be one of the Inquisitors. I know several people thought that she was going to wind up being Marek, I forget how it's pronounced, the masked Inquisitor that we saw in the Ahsoka show, which that didn't turn out to be true. And I won't give away what happened just because it is a brand new series that just dropped, yesterday actually. One of the other things that I will point out that I really liked, I liked how Dave kind of uses both these characters in their stories to kind of contrast one another. whereas we see Morgan Elsbeth start from a place of fear and needing to, wanting to protect herself and her people because of what happened to the Night Sisters. And just how that just slowly kept her on the path of darkness. And then, again, no spoilers, but Barriss Offee's story, one of the themes that I picked up on, and again, this is a very prevalent theme in Star Wars as a whole, is just, no matter how dark the road you're on, no matter how far you have fallen, there is always light. There is always a way back. You just have to find it and commit to walking towards it. I'm not saying that applies to Barriss Offee. I'm not saying that at all. But there are more characters in her story than just her. Anyway, Dave of People at Lucasfilm, if you're somehow watching this, I doubt it. Please, please continue these Tales stories. I know there was a meme a while back of somebody just listing all the different, possibilities of stuff they could do, including some very out there ones. Although there were several that I would have actually, sat and watched. But please continue these when you have time. These are very good. And hopefully we get a third season. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about Tales of the Empire. I will see you guys in the next video.